Now we will discuss about the connective tissue disorders. Connective tissue disorders overview. Connective tissue disorders affect structural proteins, mainly collagen. So collagen is main structural protein in the body. So these connective tissue disorders mainly affect collagen and some related enzymes, and producing fragile bones, hyperextensible skin, joint instability, vascular weakness, or metabolic defects in collagen processing. Connective tissue disorders are osteogenesis imperfecta, Ehlers Danlos Syndrome, and Menkes Disease. So these three are main disorders related to connective tissue disorders: osteogenesis imperfecta, Ehlers Danlos Syndrome, and Menkes Disease. Osteogenesis imperfecta. Osteogenesis imperfecta is also known as brittle bone disease because in osteogenesis imperfecta it mainly affects bones definition and cause. Osteogenesis imperfecta, it is a genetic bone disorder and that is caused by defects in gene for type 1 collagen. So type 1 collagen is where is type 1 collagen located? Type 1 collagen is located in bone. So most commonly, genes are COL1A1 and COL1A2. Most common form is autosomal dominant with reduced production of otherwise normal type 1 collagen and altered triple helix formation. Key clinical features of osteogenesis imperfecta are multiple fractures and bone deformities after minimal trauma may occur during birth. Blue sclera, dentigenesis imperfecta, hearing loss, multiple fractures and bone deformities after minimal trauma that may also occur during the birth. Blue sclera, thin translucent sclera that revealing underlying choroidal veins. Dentigenesis imperfecta. Dentigenesis imperfecta is related to opalescent teeth that wear easily due to deficient dentin. In dentigenesis imperfecta, dentin is deficient that leads to opalescent teeth. Hearing loss due to abnormal ossicles. So it also happen in the osteogenesis imperfecta, multiple fractures, blue sclera, dentigenesis imperfecta, and hearing loss. So the important mnemonic for understanding of osteogenesis imperfecta is BITE. It helps recall major features. B for bones, I for eye, T for teeth, and E for ear. For bones, multiple fractures, eye, blue sclera, teeth, dental imperfections, and ear, that is hearing loss. So management of osteogenesis imperfecta is bisphosphonates. Bisphosphonates are used in management of osteogenesis imperfecta because they reduce fracture risk and improve bone density. So, and its management is also multidisciplinary. Orthopedics, audiology, dental care, and genetic counseling is mainly our main multidisciplinary care for osteogenesis imperfecta. Ehlers Danlos Syndrome, EDS. Definition and cause. Ehlers Danlos Syndrome, it is basically a group of disorders from faulty collagen synthesis or processing. So in Ehlers Danlos Syndrome, there are some defect in collagen synthesis or collagen. Ehlers Danlos Syndrome have multiple types with variable inheritance. They also have autosomal dominant or recessive inheritance and variable severity. Core manifestation. In EDS, Ehlers Danlos Syndrome, skin is hyperextensible. Skin is unusually stretchable and often thin or translucent. So in first manifestation is hyperextensible skin. Second is joint hypermobility. Joints are overly flexible and prone to dislocation. And third is easy bruising or bleeding tendency. That is due to fragile connective tissue. So these are core manifestation of Ehlers Danlos syndrome. Major types and genetic associations of Ehlers Danlos syndrome. Hypermobility type. It is most common, predominant joint instability. Classical type. Skin and joint symptoms often due to mutation in type 5 collagen. That is, genes are COL5A1 and COL5A2. And vascular type are fragile blood vessels, muscles and organs. And that they have high risk of arterial, berry or aortic aneurysms and organ rupture. That is associated with type 3 procollagen mutation. Mutation in gene, its name is COL3A1. It can also result from procollagen peptidase deficiency that affects collagen maturation. So, complication and management of Ehlers Danlos syndrome is joint dislocations, chronic pain, and risk of life-threatening vascular events in vascular type. So, vascular type is more severe because it can cause chronic pain and life-threatening risk. So in an Ehlers Danlos syndrome, management is basically sportive management like physiotherapy, joint protection, careful surgical planning, and genetic counseling. So these steps are used in management of Ehlers Danlos syndrome: physiotherapy, joint protection, careful surgical planning, and genetic counseling. Now we will discuss about the Menkes disease. Menkes disease definition and cause. Menkes disease is basically X-linked recessive disorder of copper absorption. It is X-linked recessive disorder, and that's why copper absorption don't take place in this. And also there is no proper transport of copper in the Menkes disease. It is caused by defective ATP7A gene. It is also called Menkes protein. So Menkes disease is basically X-linked recessive disorder of copper absorption and its transport, and its main cause is defective ATP7A Menkes protein. So it results when copper absorption don't takes place, so it results in low body copper. That is contrast with Wilson disease. Wilson disease is due to ATP7B, and that causes copper accumulation. So what are difference between Menkes disease and Wilson disease? Menkes disease have copper deficiency and Wilson disease has copper accumulation. So these two are major difference between Wilson disease and Menkes disease. So pathophysiology. Now we will discuss about the pathophysiology. Copper is a cofactor for lysyl oxidase enzyme. Copper is a cofactor for lysyl oxidase enzyme that is needed for collagen cross-linking. Okay, so when lysyl oxidase activity is impaired lysyl oxidase activity, then collagen cross-linking has some defects, defective collagen cross-linking. So when collagen cross-linking have some defect, that leads to weak connective tissue. Okay, so it is the pathophysiology of Menkes disease. So key clinical features of Menkes disease are brittle kinky hair, that characteristic hair abnormality, growth and developmental delay, hypotonia, low muscle tone, increased risk of cerebral aneurysm due to weak vessel walls. So these are key clinical features of Menkes disease. First are hair, and second are growth and developmental delay and low muscle tone. Muscle is there are some defect in developmental delay and low muscle tone. And in Menkes disease, there's increased risk of cerebral aneurysm. That is because of weak blood vessels. So main note on diagnosis and confusion is early presentation with fractures and abnormal connective tissue may be confused with child abuse. Okay, so when child present, it seems like there are some abuse, but these are symptoms of Menkes disease. So careful evaluation and genetic testing are very important.